Hello guys, my name is Franck Izquierdo. I'm the founder of IGK. We are in Miami IGK salon. Today I'm gonna do some haircuts. It's gonna be dry cutting. Today we're gonna go very short for some. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go. I start first with mohawk section. It's a section we use in the 80s. It was the punk section. It's come from here and it go behind the ears, right here behind there. So back in the day, they was shaving all this and keep all along the top. They was calling mohawk section. I'm gonna use a technique called back cutting. It's a technique like you can texturize and at the same time you're cutting. So it's very simple. It's very advanced technique, so you need to be aware about these techniques. But when you know this technique, you win a lot of time. It's like to cutting, like slicing the shears, like from the edge to the end, without cutting, because if you're cutting, you will understand like the hair falling. And then you will go very, very close. And of course, you will like cut. So what is happening is like you cut, and at the same time you're texturizing. So it's very simple the way I'm using the sectioning. It's 90 degrees around the head. I have my guide right here now. I just follow my guide. And I really go like open and close. So like the most important is of course to get the knowledge of the technique, but the most important is really to follow the guide. So you go I show you very slow motion. So you go here, and then when you arrive, you really like, it's like you back combing the hair, like this. It's very, and then of course with your left hand, you have to follow the rotation of the 90 degrees around the head. So you bring with your shears, you go on the top, you sliding up, you do the same, you're just working like your shears, you back combing the hair. Same technique of, when you really think about it, of the balayage. Same. So I have my line of profile of the hair. I really love it. So you can see already, like the line of the face. So here, I'm gonna use a strong technique. We call this brick cutting, static. So this is very like advanced techniques, but it helps you to create very, very strong look and create something very undone, but in the same time very technically like perfect. Like I say, sectioning very important. Make sure the balance of the sectioning is great. So here, I'm gonna bring the head a little bit back. So there is no elevation, it's 0 degrees elevation. I'm just gonna put my finger on the forehead. And I'm just gonna come here and brick cutting. I'm just gonna pull the hair. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna go under. And this creates a piece of the hair under, very short. And of course with this connection, I follow my guide now. You see my guide here, make sure my finger, they are a good placement. Go deep, and then you're coming back with back cutting. Back cutting, it will be the major technique of this haircut. Okay, so it's an undercut, the short undercut, and the top it's longer. So I'm just gonna go top of the head right here. Like I say, always very important to use your comb. Go on the top of the head where you can put your comb, and then you go and you separate the front and the back. The most important, the top and the back. So here's the same. I'm gonna use diagonal forward, using back combing again. You start to understand the haircut. Then you're gonna start the back. This is the last piece. So make sure you're using strong shears. I recommend big size, like 6.5, 7, to make sure like you work more strong from the top to the end. Big shears is all about winning time and precision. I think a lot of dry cutting right now in 2019. So I think big shears, it helps you a lot to be more precise and win time. Okay, so the back cutting, this technique, it's what is good about it. It's like it's because you have a lot of haircut in 2019. People want something undone, so it's gonna help you to create something like relatively like good in the volume and the balance, but it will give you like an undone look, a texture like very special and very hard to read. So I'm almost done. You see, like this technique, you can get a haircut very quick. You can done a haircut like in 20 minutes if you have your knowledge about techniques and foundation. Foundation means your angle, like 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 0 degrees, 180 degrees. If you have your foundation, then after you can do whatever you want. Okay, so on the edge, I go a little bit more blunt, just to have strength in the short haircut, to have really the look of the style of this haircut. I'm gonna style now. I'm gonna show you different techniques, how we style the hair with products. What's very important is the volume, put the volume at a good position. I'm gonna use 3 products for styling. We're almost done with the cutting. So I'm using Rich Kid. It's a coconut oil gel. It's helping you to have separation and give you a style. I'm going to use Mistress. It's an anti-freeze leave-in conditioner to give like moisturizing and a leave-in like conditioner. And I'm going to use Mix Filling. It's a drop of pigment purple just to give a toner of the blonde to make sure like the hair is very shiny, and the blonde, it's more like the color, it's more uniform everywhere. So I'm using first of Rich Kid in my hands. After, it's depends if she has short hair or long hair, but for her I think it's enough. Then I'm using Mistress, and then after I'm gonna use Mix Filling. So this is gonna help me to just tone the hair. So this for blonde, like if you do a lot of color, like if your hair is yellow, it's gonna control like all the pigment and make sure your blonde is always like perfect. So you go under first, then you're sliding your hair inside the hair. Make sure like you're putting everywhere the product. Okay, and then after you're using the comb, just to make sure you're applying the product everywhere. You're going to the left, to the right. Right away with the 3 combination of the product, you can see already the hair really moisturized. Like the cuticle is closed, so it's already brighter and more shiny. It's gonna be more easy for you to style, to control. Even your clients, when they have a hard time to style their hair, it's gonna help them to really like make them like perfectly done. So right away, you can see right away already the results of the product. I'm using point cutting, deep point cutting, very, very deep inside the hair to make sure like I keep the length, but at the same time I create the texture. All the perimeter around the ears are very short. So here, I just come here, follow the guide, work in slice cutting. Same here. . The haircut is there, the style is there. It's very, very short. All the line, all the profile line here and here, all the undercut is very short as well. The hair, it's very like, there is a lot of texture. Means like she can do whatever she wants. She can do flat, she can put it back if she wants. Like the most important is to have the perfect shape. It's very dangerous on short hair to make sure like you have the perfect length for the perfect shape of the face and the scalp. So I'm done. I'm just gonna finish now styling. Just gonna put 2 products, Rich Kid, and I add a little bit of Crybaby. It's a serum just to close the cuticle to make sure it's shiny for her to really slice the finger inside the hair. So it's very simple. And then you just apply everywhere